Hey, Mike Taylor. I'm trying to read that. I'm trying to set up my my stream on my computer because I cannot read my phone. It's super tiny. Hey there, guys. What's up? Happy Easter! Happy Easter, everybody. I used to always say Happy Easter Bunny. It was from some commercial I used to see when I was a kid. This kid would say, Happy Easter Bunny, bok bok. I can't, hold on. I always have trouble with this. Oh, live control room. There we go. I'm gonna get this eventually. There's my boyfriend. Hold on. What did you just say? Was gonna call you. I know. I was thinking I was just gonna do this really fast before the sun went down. And then, no, that's not where to go. And then call you right after. I had a feeling you would see this. Why can't YouTube just work with me and make this happen right away? Why do they have to make this so difficult? My gosh. That's it. Yes, I want to go to this one. Oh, but I don't want to hear myself. No, I just want to. Okay, there we go. All right, now I can see it. Now I can see it. Okay, hold on. I'm going to go back on the stream so I can see. Okay, so I see some familiar names there. Renwell, I hope I'm saying that right. I've seen your name. Big Sin Jolly, of course I've seen your name. Tawana, hi. Mutant Ninja Turtle, I don't know you, but I know that name. Mary Tyler, hi there. Of course, Eric Shampoo, my love. Happy Easter. We haven't even talked yet. I've been very busy today. I've been very productive. Oh, and is that you? DXRYE? I guess it is. My son says he's there. Let's see. Betty. Someone's showing me their phone number. I don't know why you're giving me that. I don't call people. So I'm going to hide that. The Easter Bunny did not come to Casey's house. Casey's 68 and a diabetic, so it's just as well. Yeah, you don't want to have that extra sugar. We had a vomiting issue last night at 2:30 in the morning. Owen threw up out of nowhere, and I think it could have been too many sour gummies. Sorry. Trying not to play with my back. It's just when I sit up in a chair, it bugs it. Happy Easter, Paige. And who else is here? Timothy Moore, Kim Parker. I know that name for sure. I've seen you. How are you? Amazing Brothers, hi. Yeah, happy Easter, everybody. I worked out in my yard. I took my kids to their dad's house, and then I came home and did a bunch of house stuff, so it was really nice. I sort of had a 3-day weekend, except I had Saturday school yesterday for this elementary school I work at. But other than that, it was like a 3-day weekend, so it was really nice. Thank you, Johnny Flores. Big hug from Houston. Big hug from California. Not coming near me. Evernore's. Rebecca Hodson. I don't know who those people are, Rebecca. I don't know. But yeah, don't get near them, I guess. Fireside Chats with Kim Lowry. Hello. Stephen Hart, my friend from the UK, from Glasgow, right? Am I right? I think I like the accent also. Maybe it's the same as yours, is the one from the Geordie Shore. Oh my God. That is your accent, right, Stephen? There's some of those kids came on to a MTV show that I watch here in the US, and I love their accents. Oh my God, I can't stop listening to them. It's so great the way they talk. Happy Easter, Stephen. I did do a live with Eric. We set it up like about maybe 2 or 3 weeks ago. It's still on my channel. It was kind of my first time trying to connect with him through Google Hangouts, and we got it to work. The only problem is when he talks, it shows him, and then when I talk, it shows me, and it doesn't show us at the same time, and I don't like that. I keep saying I want to do this, but I'm busy. It's so hard for me to take the time to like really put 100% into this channel. And one of the things is just to get a side-by-side interview with somebody on, so you can see each other's reactions. That's what I really want to do. Yeah, I don't even know this stupid Matt Tilley idiot. Who you guys are talking about. Yes, the 3-day weekends are so nice. Oh, I'm sorry you are sick. Oh, I just did something weird. I'm sorry, A Diamond, you're sick. That's no fun. Yeah, it wasn't 2:30 this morning. I was cleaning up barf off the carpet. I thought those days were over, but they're not. My kids still get sick. 2 jobs. Someone had to work. Bible Ranger had to work 2 jobs, but it's great to see you online. Well, thanks for coming here. Yeah, I work 2 jobs. I do, well, I mean, I guess I'm like working a full day basically, but I sub until like 2:30 or 3, depending on what school I'm at, and then I go to an after-school program until 5:30. So it is 2 separate jobs, but really it's kind of just a full day of work, I guess. I don't know, but it's a long day. Sometimes it's 10 hours. It's a lot. Hey, Misty Dane. Oh, it says Diane on there. Have I been screwing that up forever? Isn't it Misty Dane? Has it always been Misty Diane and I've been saying Misty Dane all this time? Oh my God. I think I really have been saying it wrong all this time. Anyways, happy Easter. Hi, Veronica Roberts from Virginia. I've been watching the, you know, it's funny, when I did all the Chris Watts stuff, everyone kept saying, you got to do Jodi Arias and talk about Jodi Arias. And I never got into that case. And for some reason now I'm totally, I don't know what brought it on. I can't stop watching it. Like, I'm watching the whole trial. And my God, they have some explicit phone calls that they played between her and, oh my goodness, what's his name? I was going to say Isaac. That's not his name. I can't think of his name right now, but the man that she murdered. And yes, laugh out loud. Oh my God, I have called you Misty Dane forever, like since the very beginning. How I missed that I in there, I don't know how. I'm sorry, Misty Diane. My goodness, it's like a whole new world just opened up. I feel like I'm in another world. I feel really bad. I'm so sorry about that. You should have corrected me. But anyways, yeah. See if somebody says his name. I admire what you're doing. Joey from Jersey Shore. I seriously thought you were from like Jersey Shore, like, you know, like the situation or something. But thank you, Joe. I appreciate it. Nicole, just send a message on, DM me on Instagram. That's the best way. There's EC Say. We always see that name. Army Strong says, hi, Jennifer. I have a question. I know it's a little bit awkward. It's okay. I'm used to it. But every site talks about HIV. It's like, but every site talk about HIV. Hold on. It's like, you guys, if you miss words, and I don't know what you're saying. It's like after 8 or 10 years, people will get sick with AIDS. I think that's the biggest. Everybody's different. It happened to me in 2.5 years. So everybody's different. But in general, it doesn't typically happen till later. But I mean, I know people that it happened much sooner. So, but there's people that can go a really long time without the virus really doing much to them. So yeah, it can take a lot longer, for sure. And you can live with the virus unknowing, like if you didn't know. You should always be on treatment regardless, even if, you know, you're not sick at the moment. Nobody should be just, you know, hanging out with HIV. You should definitely try to be on treatment and get the virus undetectable, which is what happens when you start taking medication. But anyways, if you didn't know you had it, yeah, you could go up to like 10 years and maybe not know that you had it until you got sick. But you can get it, you can get sick much sooner. And I am definitely proof that that happened. Oh, I don't know. I don't know, Nicole. Try to just start an Instagram or Facebook. I don't know, because I have district manager. I always do that. I have direct message on both those. I stopped doing an email. It got overwhelming. I had too many people writing me. I don't have a secretary, and I really, honestly, it's really hard for me to answer everybody. I seriously, Owen.
No, I need to ask you one thing.
What?
Why is your thumbnail? What is in there? Is there something in there?
I don't know. I'm just being creative.
Okay.
Okay, bye. He told me he was going to come in here and go to the bathroom. And I'm like, I swear to God, if you... So anyways, I thought that's what he was doing. Travis, thank you. Yeah. Travis, Alexander. Yeah, I can't believe those... Okay, why were those phone calls recorded? Was she recording those phone calls with her and him? So bizarre. Who has recorded phone calls of that, you know, the guy you're hanging out with? I don't even understand how they got that. Yes, I'm undetectable. Yeah, that happened really fast. I was undetectable within, like, I mean, I was under 50 under 50, which is your viral load. I was under 50 like within like less than 2 months. And I started at 507,000. It happens really fast. Hi, Bridget Cooper Wagner. Yes, my Easter's going pretty, there wasn't a whole lot going on. Just, here at home. My kids were kind of, my daughter's working, my oldest, and my other two went to see their dad's side of the family, and I'm just hanging out doing home stuff today. So I thought this is a good day because the week is starting tomorrow. It's going to get really busy, and I probably won't have time to go on and do a live. I haven't done one in about, well, like it's been at least a week. Owen is funny, but he won't act like himself. That's the thing. He's gonna like overdo it. And he's more funny when he doesn't know that there's a camera pointed at him. He is actually, all my kids are really funny. Joey and Ryan have good timing. But of course everybody's different when they know a camera's pointed at them, but they're really funny. Oh, buffering, I'm sorry, Honest. I don't, that name, Honest Gas, Handmade, I don't even, how about HGH? Hi, Space and Stars Galore. Yeah, I know, I haven't been on in a while. I don't know, why didn't I? I don't know. I just was, I don't know, getting ready for Easter, and I don't know, well, I had Saturday school yesterday, so I was trying to prepare for that. But every time I go to bed, I sit there with my computer on my lap, and I just go to YouTube and punch in Jodi Arias, and I just go, which one do I want to look at today? And I just watch, like, I can't stop watching it. I can't get past her. Like, oh, you know what it was? It was True Crime Loser, because he talked about her. And since he brought her up, he put a link to his first, it was her first interrogation. And he talked about that, and so he put a link to that, and it just sucked me into the whole thing. And I mean, and of course he's singing "Oh Holy Night." It's hysterical. He's so funny. But yeah, I can't stop like watching her. She's so fascinating. She doesn't let anything rattle her, and she literally made the prosecuting attorney, Juan, I don't know his last name, but they say at times like she won, like between the battle between the two of them, she's so intelligent and not like rattled in any way that you're kind of like, wow, like she's actually taking on this attorney and kind of pissing him off because he can't get the answer out of her that he wants. And it's very interesting to watch. Not that we want to cheer for her, but you know, and she is just something about her. She's so pretty, and she's always kind of smiling, and these eyes, and you just look at her and you cannot believe that she just massacred somebody. I mean, she tore that guy apart. I mean, she shot him in the face and nearly decapitated him, stabbed him, I think it was 29 times. But she acts very demure and very calm and passive, and, you know, she's just innocent and this little, you know, quiet little creature, and you just can't imagine her in this rage. And all the little lies that she told after, big lies. I mean, it was so premeditated, my gosh. There was a whole setup where it looked like her grandfather's house had been broken into a week prior, and one of his guns was stolen. And of course, it looks like that's the gun that was used to kill him. So she had a plan for at least a week. Rebecca Hodson, I'm supposed to be your mother, am I? I don't know. Maybe I'm reading that out of turn. Eric was here. I don't know if he's still here. Let me see. Hold on. Let me go back a little bit. But anyways, I am so drawn into this case, and it's like I kind of want to know, like, what does she look like now, and what is she doing now, but we don't want to give her any attention because that was kind of the whole point. She clearly loved the attention she was getting from the case. But they're talking to the attorney that followed her, and he ended up writing a book. He wrote a book after called Trapped, and he talked about the fact that he didn't want to be her attorney, and how he ended up with cancer about, I don't know, some years later after the case, and he didn't like the place that he was put in, but he was stuck. He had to be her attorney. He actually tried to get out of the case, and the judge said no. And anyways, he wrote a book, and it was very interesting to hear him speak very candidly and openly about how he did not like her, and he didn't like defending her, and he actually feels that the stress from the trial brought him to having cancer, very, very interesting. That was really interesting. Yeah, he seems like he was a bit like not fearful of her, but she's very manipulative, and he felt it for sure. It was really windy today. It was sunny, but really nice, Joe. Hi from Virginia, Veronica Roberts. It's cold. I'm sorry. Yeah, I was in shorts, but then I put a jacket on. It was pretty windy. I'm fresh and radiant. Thank you, Dawn. I took a shower today, so tried to look nice for you guys. Let's see. A Diamond, thanks. Sounds like I'm not the only one. Sorry to hear. It must be about being sick. But yeah, Misty, I think you were pretty much into that case, and yeah, I get it now. I do get it. I think it's more easy to go live on Instagram. No, they're both easy. I mean, they're on Instagram, you know, the phone's this way, and on YouTube, the phone's this way. I mean, that's pretty much the difference. And on YouTube, it saves it as a video, so if anybody wants to go back and watch it later, they can. On Instagram, it's only there for 24 hours, so it's gone. Oh, wait, I'm way past. I went up too far. Are we talking about testing? Somebody asked me today, if I test negative, does that mean I don't have... Oh, God, how did she write it? And she was so sincere. She said, if it says that you're negative, does that mean that does that mean that you don't have AIDS? Something like that. And I said, well, it means that you don't have HIV or AIDS. And I kind of explained the difference between the two. But it's interesting to me that someone is so terrified and they don't understand that a negative means you don't have it. I don't know. It's crazy to me, like this, how confusing it is for people. And I think that that's just, you know, a lack of education in the school system and, you know, maybe the medical community. But I can't believe how some of the questions I see, and no offense to anybody, because like to me, I know it like the back of my hand. And I know this isn't an unintelligent person. They were just kind of confused. Just like the difference between AIDS and HIV, many people don't understand that, and they call HIV AIDS. And, you know, someone just wrote to me today and she said, you know, no offense, but you don't even look like you have AIDS. And I'm like, well, I don't. I'm like, that's because I don't. I have HIV. I don't have AIDS. So that's, yeah, it's a common mistake people make, saying they call HIV AIDS. And it's two different things. You saw the Instagram story where his hair was blown in the wind. I don't know which one that was. Maybe yesterday. It was blowing yesterday. We were at the boardwalk later saying hi to my daughter. Oh, Anna, you asked about Jodi Arias a few months ago, and I probably said, I don't know, I'm just not, I don't know why I'm not into it for some reason. I am now. It's definitely, she is a monster. She is. She's scary. And the things that she says about her family on the stand, and they're right there. I mean, oh my God. And then she made it look like he was a pedophile, like all the things that oh my God. And then now it's self-defense. Of course, she said at first she was not there. Then she said, well, she was there, but there was 2 ninjas that came in and attacked him, and somehow she got away. 2 ninjas. Like with black and like what? She's cuckoo. And then she decides that she's made a mess of her lies, and she says, yeah, I was there, but it was self-defense. He was coming at me. And she does say during her testimony, if anybody's into this, you'll care. If not, it might be really boring, but she did say that she had the gun or the knife. I can't remember. I think it was the gun. And she said he came at her and wrapped his arms around her. And in that split second, she had no option but to shoot. Okay, if you shot somebody in the eye or the face, they never would have had a chance to get their arms around you. So, big lie. Anyway, I don't watch horror movies, Timothy Moore. I'm not really into them. My kids are totally into them. I cannot wait. We went to see Penguins last night, and they did all the previews for all the Disney movies, which I'm not usually totally into, but I will say that every time we went to Disneyland at California Adventure, they have a big like Broadway stage there, and they would do Aladdin, and we would see it every time we went. And I mean, I was in tears every time, like totally happy and like I just and then crying. And anyways, Aladdin is coming out like May 24th, and it's real people Aladdin. And when they we were at the theater last night, and when I realized the genie was Will Smith, I literally screamed. There was probably 6 people in the theater. I don't know, every time we go to the theater, there is nobody there. Like, this is every single time we go. I don't know if you guys all experience that, but I don't think people go to the movies anymore. But anyway, there was literally like 6 people, and I embarrassed my daughter. I was like, ah! I was just, oh my God, Will Smith as the genie. So epic. Cannot wait to see that. Sorry, let me go to the very bottom. Where are you guys? Totally premeditated if you're talking about, or you guys are talking about Chris Watts. And yes, Chris Watts, I would say premeditated. Yeah, I think so. Just because he told the friend not to go to the other employee not to go to that site, for sure. Annie said, I knew you would be a funny. Annie, I don't even know what you look like. You are SpongeBob and Patrick. That's all I see. SpongeBob and Patrick. So it's just I have to go with my imagination on who Annie is. I have no idea. You could be 90 years old. You could be 15. You could be 30. You could live in the US. You could live in Africa. I have no idea who you are. It's so funny. Yeah, the Jodi Arias one, I just can't stop watching it. I can't stop. I want to see it. I'm about to type in most recent interview with Jodi Arias. Like, I want to see what's going on with her now, And I can't believe I was really bothered by her mom defending her at the very end, or writing whatever she got to say her words at the end. And I just was really turned off by how her mom was defending her and saying what a wonderful person she was. It was like, ugh. Honest Gas Handmaid says that I flatlined on the table from PCP pneumonia before I found out. See? Okay, I'm not say see, but you came back from probably an incredibly low CD4 count. How are you doing now? People need to know that it is reversible at this point. I mean, if you were that sick and you almost died, I know people that were that sick too, and they're doing really well. Where'd it go? Yeah, I'm obsessed with true crime. I go to bed, like I fall asleep with the computer on my lap, and I hear myself snoring because I'm sitting up and I'm like watching Jodi Arias stuff, or maybe, or watching Madeline McCann. Oh, and I just watched the whole thing. This was really good. The Innocent Men on Netflix. If you guys haven't seen that, watch it. It's so good. It's so good. It's based on the book by John Grisham. It was his 20th book to come out, and it was his first nonfiction. And he said he had to write about this case, or these 2 cases, because he said if he didn't, and he did it as fiction, nobody would have believed it. And it's about 2 murder cases in Ada, Oklahoma, that happened in the 80s, and some men that were put behind bars wrongfully, and 2 that are still there. And I have goosebumps right now. The first, I keep saying it, keep telling Eric to get Netflix to watch it. It's 6 episodes. They call it a docuseries, and they talk to, oh my gosh, they talk to everybody. They talk to the mother who lost her daughter, and man, once you lose a child, you're never the same. You're never the same. These people it's just life isn't the same after. Yes, there's an Aladdin movie coming out May 24th. Yeah, check out the trailer. It's on YouTube. You can find it. And Will Smith is awesome. But anyways, Innocent Men is so worth the watch. I was gripped by it. I couldn't wait to get home every day after work so I could just put it on again and keep watching it. And they interview a lot of people, and talk about the case, and it's just very interesting to see how police work can be very corrupt. And it's just, I don't want to give too much away. Hi, Kara. Happy Easter. My BFF just told me about this book yesterday. She just finished the book. I've got to read it. Oh, Innocent Men. Yeah, I've never read it, but I have read John Grisham for sure. But God, I used to read his books and then I'd go see the movies. I think it was his books and movies. Like Tom Cruise was in them and Julia Roberts, right? The Pelican Brief and stuff like that. Wasn't that John Grisham? God, I used to love those book movie deals. They were the best. Oh, thanks for liking my video. I just saw the likes. Can I give myself a like? No, I added it to liked videos. How funny. Okay. Oops, shoot. I don't want that. Go away. Go away. Go away. Okay, there. Arr! Add this to YouTube Lives. Yeah, I want to do that. Okay, there. Yeah, I wish it would have been 12, you know, like a series of 12. I would have watched every single one of them. But the Madeline McCann is on Netflix. That's super good. I went into that really certain the parents were involved, and I watched the whole thing and I felt so bad and kind of like, I was like disappointed in myself at the end that I had blamed them, because now I don't think they had anything to do with it. And I think, oh my God, all this time went by when people were pointing the finger at them, and I don't think they're involved. I really was like, yeah, that's a good one. That's really good. Both of those are really good. Timothy Moore says, crazy thing, a convicted killer that went to school with my dad is getting out after 35 years. Wow. Coaxed a foreign exchange student into an underground tunnel for a robbery but stabbed him dead. 35 years. Wow. The man that shot me got out like May 2017, I think, or 2018. And he'd been in there for 27 years. 27 years. It wasn't for shooting. Did I say stabbing? I wish I could rewind what I just said. I don't even know what I said. Shot me? The guy who shot me. The bank robbery. But anyways, yeah, he did 27 years. But it was for all the robberies, for all the banks. It wasn't really for what he did to me. That was just kind of a technicality. Hi, Kitty's cat. Let's see, McCann, yes, I too believe the dogs. Documentary showed me the error of my opinions. Well, the dogs seemed to think there was a body in the back of the car, so then that's confusing because that was their rental car. But I did say shot, thank you. That's so funny. I'm like, oh my God, I think I just said stabbed. I said something earlier to my son about what I couldn't wait to see Lion King. And he goes, wait, what was that other movie that you really wanted to see? And I said, Aladdin. And he goes, and I said, I just said that. And he goes, no, you said Lion King. And I said, I don't even remember. I can't even believe that. I do not remember at all that I said Lion King, but I did. I said Lion King. And I meant to say Aladdin. So, God, it's my age. Barbara Brunson. I haven't, you know what I haven't done? I don't think I listened to the very last hour of the most recent interview with Chris Watts, and I kind of want to go and listen to that. I really like jammed through the first, like up until their lunch, and they had a lunch break, and then I listened to some of it, but I was listening to it while I was at work so that I could do a live that night, because I was like, needed to talk about it, and I didn't want to miss a second. And but I don't think after that live, I don't think I listened to it, so I'm kind of wanting to go back and listen to that again, although he's a little hard to listen to, because my gosh, he's just hard to listen to. He doesn't have a wide vocabulary, and he's just not very, I mean, you just want to shake him. Like, when are you going to, like, snap out of it, Chris? You killed your kids and your wife. You should be, like, freaking out. Not happy about being in jail. My daughter, what only gets worse? My daughter will tell me so. Oh, and 5 minutes later I ask her about it, and she says, Mom, I just told you that. I get it. Okay, so are you my age, Annie? Or are you older? Hi, Leah Taylor. What a cute name. It's awful. Wait, what's awful, Kara? The end of the Chris Watts part? I do want to listen to it, though. And oh, you're a mom and a grandma. A grandma! I don't want to be a grandma. Oh, okay. Yeah, I'll listen to the rest of it. I think there could be about an hour of it that I haven't listened to. Oh, you're 59. Okay. Okay, I'm getting more of a visual here. I'll be 49 in August. Hello, Alyssa Ferris. What a cute little bunny on the emoji there. Hi, Tina Carrick. Oh, thank you. Oh, thank you. Such a fan. Thank you. It's so nice. Not cow, CW. I was wondering why you wrote cow. I was thinking, oh, maybe that's just a new word for asshole or something. If I say a bad word, I get in trouble by YouTube. I didn't say anything. I didn't. Cow, I get it. Oh, thanks. I don't look 29, but thank you. It was funny. I was riding my bike. This is a funny story. I was riding my bike through town, through like the industrial part of town 2 days ago because I had to go pick up my daughter's car. That, thank God, they got it to start. So I don't have another driver, so I have to like basically, she wasn't home, so I had to, it's like a 2-mile ride. And so I'm riding, you know, I'm in my jeans and my shoes and a sweatshirt, and everything I wear looks fairly youthful, teenagerish, I guess. And I think I had a hood on. I did. I had a hood, and you could just see my hair kind of just blowing. And some guy in a big pickup, or like a semi, I think I told Eric this, went by and did the, like, way too many beeps behind me. And I'm like, wait till you pass me, dude. I'm like, I'm almost 50. Like, you're not beeping at a teenager. So it just kind of cracked me up. I mean, he was like, literally, bam, 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 bam. I'm like, yeah, I hear you. I am right here. I get it. Yeah, that's nice. Thanks. Could you stop, though? Because it's, like, super loud. What's new with which one? Oh, Casey Anthony. I need to watch her again, too. I need to revisit that. That was that and the Smith lady too, the one that let her kids, Susan Smith. That whole like me envisioning what those poor babies went through. Yeah, Susan Smith. I knew she was guilty. As soon as I saw her on the news, I'm like, she's making it up. I remember feeling like that because she wasn't crying the right way. I just felt something weird about her. And the other one that always haunts me is the one that drowned all 5 of her kids. It's gonna come to me. What bothered me almost even more was her husband's reaction. I couldn't stand it. He did not, I don't know, it's like, he wasn't upset. He didn't really cry. And he did move on with his life. I think he ended up having a couple other kids with some other lady. Oh, here, you are a moderator, Misty. How do I do that? Hold on. Hold on. I thought you were. There you go. Thank you. Do I have a mod? Yeah. Oh, is Carson being rude? Oh, hold on. Kara, I'll make you a moderator. For sure. Let's see. Carson isn't in the least bit funny. Thank you guys. I don't know what he said. I totally missed it, so I'm glad. How dare you speak to her like that? Oh, he must have said, I'll go back and look later. I won't let it rattle me right now, but you're gone, Carson, so see ya. Who knows who Carson is? It could be somebody that, I always wonder if it's somebody that knows me personally that just wants to use this opportunity to just say something really mean because they don't like me for whatever reason. Let's see, did you see the R. Kelly documentary? Oh, hold on. Low battery. I've got it plugged into my computer. I'm gonna have to plug it. R. Kelly, I did not see the documentary on him. Oh yeah, God, he's so not innocent. Andrea Yates, yeah, that's the one. Yeah, yeah, that one is like I just don't want to think about it because it's. It's as bad as Chris Watts, obviously. Apparently she, she had a demon in her telling her to do things. She was mentally ill, there's no doubt about that. She did obviously come to terms with what she did, and apparently she was needing, to be sedated, I think. I think it really affected her, but yeah, she's like in a mental facility for the rest of her life. Negative downer channel. The Wanderers need us to go too. Then why are you here then? Go away. No one needs to see you and your negative comments. Tina Carrick, what was the one with the guy who killed his pregnant wife and two little girls recently. Oh, that's Chris Watts. It's funny when people ask who that is, and to me, it's like I feel like everybody knows that, and I'll still get people that will write to me on my Instagram and say, "Who is that? Who is this Chris Watts guy? What's he all about?" Um, what was the one guy? The Susan Smith happened 12 miles from where I live. Are you kidding? Oh my gosh. I bet you guys like felt that locally so much. Oh my God, you probably have people that knew their kids, and that's crazy. Oh my God. She was mentally ill, and her husband at one time for years had her and her 5 kids living in an old bus. Yeah, I think he's mentally ill, or was, I mean, he's got issues too, no doubt about it. Yeah, I couldn't stand the way he reacted. He just was so accepting of what she'd done. He forgave her for it like almost immediately. It was just weird. Oh, Scott Peterson is guilty as hell. I mean, he's Chris Watts, but he just didn't have the kids physically in front of him. But to me, it's such an identical case. So much the same. Although he is so full of himself. That pompous attitude that he had, and him, at that not memorial, but when they were like had the search set up, and he's there answering phones and handing out stickers and talking to the news and smiling. Oh, that smirk of his made me crazy. It bothers me that we don't know how it happened, though. Like, that one, we don't know. We still don't know how it happened. Where did he kill her? How did he kill her? There's no traces of anything, but they know that he cleaned up in the house. But they didn't find any traces of blood, I don't believe. But they know that he cleaned in there. How did he do it? But then, of course, they found that, I mean, she was clearly thrown into the ocean, and I'm assuming she was probably already dead. Yeah, she had, obviously, yeah. Tina, are you talking about Chris Watts? Yeah, the case is nuts, and there's a lot on YouTube. You can find it anywhere. Yeah, it's never ending, and there's so many people dedicating their YouTube channels to Chris Watts. So it is never ending information about Chris Watts. I couldn't do Chris Watts all day and night. I don't know how people can just keep going on and on about him and it, but I don't know, more power to you, I guess. And there's people that will watch it, so why not? I mean, I still love when True Crime Loser uses, Chrissy Poo in his description of things, and, he's always throwing in a Chris reference, which is funny. But I don't know that I really want to watch much more about him. We got it. We got the full confession now, pretty much. I think Scott's on death row. He's in San Quentin near me, actually. He's about an hour and 20 minutes, give or take, from where I live, because it's right by San Francisco. But yeah, he's on death row. Yep, still on death row. I don't have the whole week off. Oh, heck no. I'm going back to work tomorrow. I'm working all week. I'm getting there's nobody that's going to go, no one's going to die, I don't think so, in California anymore. It hasn't happened since like 90, 95, 96? No, maybe 93. I've told this story before. I was working at the Channel 36 News in San Jose as like a just gopher, and Linda Joyce, it was the lady who interviewed me when I got shot, and I ended up getting a job at that station, but she got a lottery and got picked to be one of the reporters to witness the very last execution at San Quentin, and it was a lethal injection, and she was, they had several reporters that were allowed to be there, with like 8 to 10 or something, and witness this execution. There has not been one since. But anyway, she got to write about it, and I got to talk to her personally after, and she said if she was given the opportunity again, knowing now what she saw, she said she would never ever do it again. She said it was awful. She said it was just awful. She said she'll never forget it, and it kind of like, it's just like it'll be seared in her memory forever. She just said it was terrible. And I think, I'm pretty sure lethal injection's pretty, there's not really much happening, but there's still, for the most part, I don't think you really notice any suffering. But she said it was She didn't like watching a life being taken right in front of her. It was very hard to see. Um, Scott's mom is another enabler. Oh, yes, she is. That's right. I didn't really like Scott Peterson's mom. I don't like Chris Watts' mom, but I don't like hate her or anything. I don't know. I think I didn't like Scott Peterson's mom more for some reason. If that makes sense. Um, let's see. And I don't think that I don't believe in the death penalty. So I just don't. I don't think that anybody has the right to take anybody's life. It's a very like unnerving feeling to think that the government has a right to take someone's life. And I think about like it wasn't who's the good-looking rapist and murderer? Why do I always forget people's names? Wasn't it Ted Bundy that saw smoke coming up from his head when they electrocuted him? I thought it was him, or maybe it was somebody else. There was somebody who it didn't work right, and like they were doing it, and he's shaking, and smoke's coming out of his head. Gross, gross. I don't know. Just let people die in jail if they. I just don't think anybody should be put to death. But that's just my opinion. Yeah, Ted Bundy. Yeah. Yeah, his stuff. I got really into his stuff too recently. There was something with Ted Bundy, wasn't there, on Netflix? I feel like I just watched something. They say at the end of Innocent Men how many people are on death row, or how many people are basically. They think it's like 4% or 10%. I can't remember the percentage. It was 10 or 4 in jail. It wasn't more than 10 in prison are innocent. That's pretty much their statistic. And they said, you know what that number is? I'm pretty sure there comes again. 64,000 people. That's how many they think are innocent in prison right now. 64,000 people? How many people are in prison? My gosh, that's a lot of people. Maybe I'm quoting that wrong. I feel like that's what it said. Maybe it didn't. Don't get mad if I'm wrong. But I feel like that's what it said. But there's a lot of innocent people in prison is the point. Yeah, and exactly. Even one is bad, for sure. Yeah. Life in prison, same as death penalty, but without the primitive element. I just saw Finn in the video. He just did this big stretch. Oh, Finny! Hi! I forget he's in the background pretty much every single time I'm on one of these. Yeah, I just am not. I don't want anyone to die. Even if they were the most heinous murderers, I just don't like it. I don't like it. Speaking of death, this morning we drove out of our driveway and there was a creature on the garage floor dead, and I'm like, that's not a mouse. That's not a hamster. Not a hamster. I know, Eric. Are you here, Eric? I know I need to go in a second. I need to call him because it's 3 hours ahead. It's 9:30 his time, and he's got work tomorrow, so I got to call him. But anyways, it was a gopher. It was really gross, and his chest was all wet because my cat had probably just held onto him and licked him a lot. And oh, he is. Hi. You're just hanging out. You're so quiet. I'll get off so I can call you. But anyways, it was gross, and he had been dead for a little while because his back was like flat and he was stiff, and all his his teeth were all, those gophers with those big teeth. So gross. I know, I felt terrible. I picked it up by his little teeny tiny tail, and he already had like those little white bugs on his fur. Like my daughter was like, ew, there's little white bugs. I'm like, I know, it's the death bugs. Like there's things that fly to things immediately when they die. It's so gross. Eric, what's going on? We want to hear from you. It's the first time he's ever killed a gopher. Birds and rats
Little rats, really common, but never a gopher. Yeah, I know. It's sad. It was our Easter gopher, our dead Easter gopher. Um, Yuck. Eric, what are you doing? He's on the internet. I bet he's just listening to me in the background, huh? Well, he's checking out stuff on the internet. You could not be just sitting here watching me. Kara, my spelling tonight, wow. Right? Does he not have the best voice and accent? Skated all day and went for dinner with your mom. Oh, that's nice. Charlotte. Charlotte. His mom's name's Charlotte. That's really nice. I want to hear about the skating. Oh, moles. Yeah, it's probably more a mole. It was smaller. They are ugly. They're sad. Like, they've just got this, they can't help it. They just have these horrible teeth. Hi from Maine, Robbie Frost. Hey there, how's it going in Maine? Eric goes to Maine to surf. Eric, where do you go in Maine? It's Maine, right? Eric goes to, he's going to say it in a second. Going live can be addictive. I don't know. For me or for you? I never know how it's going to go, honestly, so I mean, like earlier, right? There was somebody who was not being very nice, 2 people, so I never know. But thankfully, I have nice people who take care of that. Annie, you need to be a moderator too. There. Those are my peeps. They protect me from the bad people, because there is no doubt there's a bunch of bad people on YouTube. Come here, Sky. Oh. Love Maine. Algonquin. That's right. That's where he goes. In York. Yeah. That's where Eric surfs. I'm ready for warm weather for sure. Do you have an opinion on why there is so much, this is from Vala Fitzpatrick, so much violent crime in the U.S. At the moment, it seems to be daily that someone has been killed, disappeared, mostly girls and women. I know. There is a lot of violence here. I don't know. I mean, I feel like there are too many guns here for sure. And that's an issue. Maybe we just we're too lax in our I don't know what's the right word, not our police force, not our government, but just, I don't know, like in Japan they don't even need weapons because people know you just don't do those things. Oh, he's gonna scratch me. Okay. Whew. Yeah, what was I was looking up in Japan. Ow, my chair just pinched my leg. Back, I think, when they had the big shooting in Las Vegas, when the guy shot from the balcony all those people that were at that country concert. It was then, or it was either maybe after, in Florida on Valentine's Day, the high school. But anyways, I've been looking up like other countries. In Japan, there's like, they don't use guns. There's like no guns. So there's a lot of guns here. It's easy to get a gun. And I don't know, people aren't happy. He wasn't having, I don't know, he decided he didn't want anything to do with me. Anyways, in Japan, they have this, the police use like this, it looks like a prong for like people that are drunk on the street and misbehaving and acting badly, and they like pin them up to a wall, and then they have this like big burrito blanket that they roll them up in, and then they carry them off. And you can find it on YouTube. It's hysterical. I mean, there's no you know, no guns, no tasers, nothing. They use a big blanket, kind of. I feel like I've got a cap. Oh, it's my hair. It got caught up in front of my glasses. Yeah, there's something all the time. Cases on right now. The A to Z of Bundy cases on right now in Australia. Oh, you're in Australia. Okay, so it's probably a lot safer there. Yeah, we are. Yeah, I just feel like things are really lax here with guns and violence, and I feel like drugs and all that, and they can't keep up with it. And there's a lot of mental illness that isn't being, you know, handled. I think our world is getting crazier, Eric says, every day, and there is more psychotic people living free. Yeah, I just said, that's why I just said mental illness, a lot of it, yeah. True, Eric, unfortunately, yep. Me too. Eric, we're gonna have to do a live, because people need to hear you in your sexy accent. I know, I need to hear you. I'm gonna have to go. I need to call you because I know you need to go to bed. Misty, what? Misty, she's a gunslinger. My goodness. That's unexpected. I didn't expect that from you. Terrible shooting in New Zealand a few weeks back. 50 shot dead. Oh, yes, of course. Yeah. We were all very well aware of that here. A surfer that Eric and I follow, Kelly Slater, was in New Zealand at the time. And I know he was writing about that we saw it on our Instagram. Yeah. No, I mean, I was obviously, yeah, we were very well aware of it. It's sickening. Eric's going to be wearing a beret and a baguette under his arm. You know, Eric, when I first met you, I have the shirt. I have the picture of the shirt. You had a white shirt with stripes on it. Oh, I don't know. And it was so... Oh my God, I just about fell through my chair. Look at my chair. It has a hole in it, and I sat down in it. It's an old chair. Anyways, that shirt to me was very French. It was very French, but I don't know where it is. It's in the other room, I think. Yes, I'm very sorry to hear about what happened to you guys. You're probably still in a state of shock, everybody in New Zealand. It's horrific. Your sailor shirt, yeah. To me, it was French. It looked very French. Even though I know you're not French, you're French Canadian. I know you're Canadian, but you speak French, but you're not French. I get it. But you look, yeah, I mean, I kind of think you kind of that French thing going, kind of. I can't physically take care of myself against others. That way I can protect myself. Yep. New Zealand made new gun law within 2 days of the shooting. Wow. I didn't know that. What's the new gun law? You're gonna pinch your bum with that damn chair. I know. It's the only chair I have up here in my room. It's kind of more just for me to throw a jacket on, but it's easy for me to just grab and sit in. I know. Wowza, that chair could cause some serious damage. Oh, Eric says, way to go, New Zealand. Hi, Miss Dog Lover. We're kind of like almost gonna wrap this up. I was gonna give Eric a call because he was gonna call me right when I started this. So, but oh, look at all my wrenches, all my peeps, so nice. Banned military type weapons. Oh, like the ones that shoot a lot of bullets really fast. Cause yeah, why do we need that? Nobody needs that. French let us down in the battle against Britain, and now they say we are cousins. I know, Eric. Yeah, I didn't know this until I met Eric, that the people from Quebec and the people from France are two very different people, even though they speak the same language. They are not, so they don't really like each other. And it's the French basically think they are way above the people from Quebec, and the Quebecers think that the French are, you know, obviously full of themselves. And so like when Eric's out and about here and he hears French, he knows right away whether it's France or if it's Quebec. And if it's obviously a neighbor of his, you know, from Quebec, he will say something to them. But if it's somebody from France, he usually doesn't, because they look down upon the people from Quebec. I hope I'm explaining that right, Eric, but that's pretty much what I think you've told me. And I think it's pretty well known between the two countries. Everyone pretty much knows that. Hi, Claws. Oh, thank you, Eric. I explained it well. I don't want to offend anybody, but I'm pretty sure that's what you said. Robert Frost loves Quebec. I'm going in July. I'll have it on my Instagram for sure. I don't know about YouTube, but we're going to be going to a Vans, you know, like the shoe Vans, skateboarding Vans. We're going to be going to a Vans skating event. And I can't wait. It's bowls, you know, like in the bowls. It's like the big pools. That's the coping, and they skate. I can't wait. We're really excited. Vans Park Series! Okay, Casey says, I'm American, but I recognize that the French have quite a bit to be proud of. Visited twice. Of course, but they don't have to be rude to their cousins in Quebec. I think that's just, yeah. I love people from all over. I'm not saying anything bad about the French. I've never been to France, but I would love to go. Oh, Honest Gas Handmade. Thank you. I'm glad you're here too. Oh, I didn't know. Oh, that's right. Oh, that's right. What is your CD4 now on all that? Are you good? Let me know. And how long have you been positive for? Obviously not that long, because I've only been around on this YouTube thing for about 2.5 years, so Pedro Barros will be there. Hopefully, Eric. Cross our fingers. I know you like him. I hope I know somebody. I probably won't. They are rude. Fact. Casey's stating some things that people would normally say about the French. I think so. People say that. But, I mean, that's just such a big classification or generalization. Oh, thanks, Annie. She put heart Jen, heart Eric. Sometimes I forget I need to say what's being said because I'll react to it, and then I watch a video later. I'm like, oh my god, no one even knows what I was talking about. Like, I'm reacting and I didn't even read what they had said. So I'm trying to be better about that. Anyways, okay, I'm gonna go too. It looks like everybody's saying goodbye. Thank you guys for joining me tonight. And I hope you guys all have a great week. Happy Easter, and be well. And if you're HIV positive, take your medication. And yeah, see you guys. Watch Innocent.